Hey, yo, what's up? You know what it is. It's the one and the only Professor L live in the LAB, live on Team GRF TV. And I'd like to welcome you guys back to another installment of Ship with the Guy Speaks On. Come on, get up in here, y'all. Get up in here, dog. We got a lot of cover and a whole lot of time to do so. You would think it would be the opposite, but no, but we've got plenty of time. Just trust me, because this episode, a doozy. But regardless of that, get in here. Get them lab coats on. Make sure they nice and spiffy. Make sure you nice and sterile. And you know to stay away from the L experiment, man. We've been dealing with war. We just settled out of court about that lab thing. We've done a lot of stuff, but we are back to normal. So you know what that means. Asses in seats. Eyes on the board. Uchu Sentai Kyuranger. Space.44. Don Armage's identity. The answer was Cuervo. Yeah, that was the answer. But see, here's the thing. I have been sitting up here spouting this answer for over 20 episodes. But see, here's the problem with this. And I don't want to say problem because I don't know if maybe this is me or maybe it's the show. I don't know. When he took off the thing, it was like, yo, it's Cuervo. It was like, well, okay. It's like there have been things in the past, in Sentai and Kamen Rider and other things I watch, where you figure out the answer long before the show give it to you, because whether you figured it out on your own or the show telegraphs it or whatever, but when that moment comes, it's like, oh, are you serious? It was just like, it's Cuervo. It's Cuervo. And the reason why I have an issue with this is for a show that has been going hard since the first Space to get to this episode is Cuervo. That kind of disappoints me a little bit. Because, see, again, I'm not going to sit up here and I'm not going to 101% blame the show for that. I can't, because I feel that that's unfair to the show. To blame the show for me not being like, oh snap, are you serious, bro? It's Cuervo, cuz it's Cuervo. The thing is that when I sit here and think about it, as I dichotomize this in my head, is the show has telegraphed it's Cuervo so much that when you finally see it's Cuervo, it's just like, it's Cuervo. And I think that's what it is. I think. And that's where my head is. Because, see, you know, I just finished watching the episode and I just hopped right on the mic of just trying to be like, what are my feelings about this? Like, I knew this answer as soon as they introduced Dude. It's like, again, like, we as an entity, that's you and I in this show, we sit and we watch this and I review it. You hear what I have to say. You think about it, come back to it, think about it differently, because that's how this relationship works. Is, as I remember my journey through this whole series to this point, when sussing out Dawn Armage's identity was a thing early on, is, yeah, for 2 seconds I was like, it was Professor Anton. But then that theory quickly got squashed. But as soon as Cuervo appeared, this is the guy. Too much focus. Just like Lucky Daddy a couple episodes took the ultimate L. They put too much focus on Lucky Daddy for him not to make the sacrifice. Because again, I'll bring up that point again. If they was going to bring his daddy back and let his daddy roll with the squad or something, they wouldn't have made Lucky king of the planet. Because what would be the point of him being the king of the planet unless the daddy was going to be alive, come back, step down, it's Lucky's turn now, and let it be that. When I get to the end of this, one of the things I'm going to have to give a minus to is that too much telegraph. Too much being telegraphed. This is a show that, when it's all said and done, I'm probably going to repeat this again, that could have used a little more mystery. Is that when things were a mystery and those reveals came, it was awesome. It was like, yo, it's two Professor Antons. Like, yo, I was kind of blown away by that because, see, I didn't see that coming. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see that coming in any way. But this Cuervo thing was telegraphed so hard, it was just like, It's Cuervo, and what can you really do about it being it's Cuervo, other than be up here and accept that, yeah, it's Cuervo. He got a cool form or whatever, and ultimately the Kyuranger gonna put in that work, and there's some symbiotic thing between Cuervo being the current version of Don Armage, that nigga, and Tsurugi, aka what my name is, Birdman, sitting up here like, oh, my heart or something or whatever. Either because they got to do something. They got to do something, because it's like, I don't know if killing Tsurugi is what they're going to do, but it might be what the show has to do. Is that, I don't know, for real, I don't know if killing Birdman is what they really gonna do, but it's like, one or two things is gonna happen. They both involve Birdman dying, but one of them involves some kind of magic Q-Tama miracle that he gets his immortality back after they kill It's Cuervo. Because that's Don Armage's name now, It's Cuervo. So anytime you hear me say It's Cuervo, I'm talking about Don Armage, because we know Don Armage is Cuervo, right? So either Birdman gonna stay dead, or a Q-Tama miracle will take place, and then he will get his immortality back. One of the two. One of the two. We do have the rest of the episode to talk about, because this episode was a 3-for-1. You get your path to the final boss. This was also a mini clip show, and then also how far you've come. And usually, with those three things, usually those have separate episodes, like dedicated to how far the Sentai have you guys come. Let's just remember for a little bit how we got to this point. And yeah, the bad guy is Cuervo. It was a great way to structure this episode, because at the end we got It's Cuervo. But again, like I said, bring back Pegasus. It's been like what, 50 million years since we seen this dude. It's like, yo, and he sat up here like, yo, what's up, Sandy JR? You gonna be my homie now? And then it's like they did all that stuff, and something Hammy's hot. Sorry, I got the vapors. I'm like, yo, she turned into Camellia Green Moon. I was like, yo, sat up her, man, moon power makeup. I'm like, yo, say Ramu. Like, I wonder when Crystal, I know Crystal's supposed to be coming back some point this year. I just don't know when. But it's like, again, okay. Let's get this back. Let's bring it back. Let's bring that funky drum. Oh, baby. Okay, sorry. I thought it was like 1994 or something. I'm sorry. Anyway, with the structure of the episode being, let's remind Pegasus why he been asleep for like 50 billion episodes, what we done did, bruh, and let's put off a show-off show, and let's introduce this super duper King Kamehameha Death Worm. Something, Professor, I could say, Anton, something, I don't know. Look, regardless, this was a great episode, and again, it was a great structure for It's Cuervo. I am going to enjoy for the rest of this series just saying It's Cuervo. You do understand that if I was writing it, that would be in quotation marks, because my tone has changed, because it sounds like I'm doing air quotes. I'm not doing any, but just know It's Cuervo. The answer to every problem you ever had, it's Cuervo. It's Cuervo. It's like, I spent the first couple of minutes like talking about like how this is, and it's like, I just can't shake it. Like, I knew the answer, and I still expected my pants to be blown off of my waist, and it was just, it's Cuervo. It's Cuervo. And it's like, I know the show is going to do something bananas with this. I know it is. It still don't change that it's Cuervo. Episode was off the chain. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, like I was trying to talk about before I sunk back into my hole of it's Cuervo. Is the structure of the episode made sense. Because the show is on this magical fast track to the end of things, is that, yeah, you want to combine multiple episodes into one thing. Yeah, let's get a mini recap show of all our power-ups and stuff, because usually, as people who watch Sentai know, that would be a whole episode. That would be a whole episode smack dab right where we are now in the end game. You would dedicate one whole episode to not only how far we've come, but a show-off show. Usually those are two separate episodes in most cases, because you need that filler toward the end, because you need to get to the end, right? This episode did all of that. It did all of that. And it's like, even though it's Cuervo really brings me down a bunch, is that I have to appreciate and respect that the show was able to fit 3 different kind of Sentai trope episodes into one 24-minute thing. It was able to do that and did that wonderfully. And I appreciate that. So show, thank you for doing what it is that you do. But it's Cuervo. I will say this though. I know I did talk about super sexy cutie Hammy. She evolved today. She turned into Chameleon Green Moon. She evolved into super sexy cutie Hammy now, because she's sitting up here like, oh, and all of those shit. I'm like, yes, delicious. Sorry. Anyway, I didn't know anybody. Well, I didn't know anybody else other than Lucky could actually use the Taiyo Cucumber. I had no clue. I kind of assumed, but I didn't think nobody else could. I just thought that was a thing that anytime that Lucky would activate it, that Balance and Naga would get really high, or that guard would turn into a gentleman and then rape your shit. But hey, what you want to do, homie? So I'm like, show, do whatever you want with this. Yo, Thomas, do what you do. Do what it is you do, bruh. I'm just like, damn. I say, damn. There is one other thing we just quickly need to talk about before we get out of here. Lupin Ranger versus Patranja. Yep. Super down. Yeah. I am down for Carson Roberts. I'm down. I'm like, Lupin Red, that dude looked like a beast. I'm like, yo, the show look off the meter, dude. I'm like, I'm ready. I'm like, you really gotta love, dog, since Zyuohger is like Sentai taking chances. But here's the question. You know what I'm saying? Here the question is, how many more chances and how much can you really do with the Sentai formula before we get back to the usual thing of, dinosaurs, ninjas, samurais, the usual thing, another animal motif? It's like, I wonder how many more times can you really spin it? Because again, we are in the middle of a show that started out with that it was a basic 9-ranger show, because we started out with 5, and then more rangers joined up, and then we ended up with a squad of 12. So I wonder what a versus show is going to be like, because there's a lot there that you could legitimately work with, but it'll be interesting to see how it works, because see, I think for the first time, like, in a long time jumping into something new, because I usually do my best not to come in with preconceived notions about what something might be, so that I give the art itself a chance to speak to me. And I really think that this is one of those things that, because we as Sentai fans are going into some weird, odd, uncharted territory with 2 sets of Sentai in the same series for the whole season with a 3rd one, and it's like, this has the potential to be overly nuts. I really hope they make a video game. I really hope, because it's been a while since we've done Sentai like an actual video game. Like, Like Climax Fighters just came out, and we had Rider what was that what was that last echo? Hold on, cause see now I don't even remember the video games that I buy anymore because I'm finna look this up because we've got nothing but time. Rider Generation. Because it was the Rider Generation game. All Kamen Rider Revolution. Yeah, and that's what we had. And then they had Mighty Action X on the side, things like that. You know, so it's been a while since Sentai has done a video game, and I really want them to do a video game. I really want Sentai to like get into like a fighter dog, and not like Climax. I mean like a straight really hardcore 3D fighter. I'm for real, like a straight hardcore 3D fighter or something like that. Like, get the Tekken team on it. I'm like, do something. I'm like, I don't know where my head is. But let's just say that I would enjoy a new Sentai game. Because it's been a while since we had one. And it's like, the last Sentai game that came out, like, on a major console was what? Zyuohger had a game, but that was a block game, and it was a digital download only, and there haven't been any games since, and you would think that because it was the 40th anniversary, they would have done something, but, hey, you know, you get what you get and do what you can. But, yo, I think that's it. I'm like, for real, like, real talk, just to summarize everything we've been through other than the last 3 minutes of me Googling a video game I should have known the name of, it's Cuervo. That's the answer. That you want to know what the meaning of life is? It's Cuervo. What is it that you gonna have on top of your ice cream? It's Cuervo. I don't know. I'm like, I'm a little disappointed, and I will admit that even though I knew the answer, because in the past, like I said at the beginning, I have gone into things, sussed what the answer was, and was still blown away by the reveal of, oh man, I was right. It's Cuervo. And again, my reasoning for why I'm disappointed is that this show has been kicking ass from the JUMP. And for your reveal to fall flat, at least on me, because I can't speak for you. I can't speak for nobody else who watches Uchu Sentai Kyuranger. But for me, it's Cuervo fell flat. And I don't appreciate that it's Cuervo fell flat for me because the show has been doing nothing but kicking ass from the jump. The only thing I hope for is that with this reveal of it's Cuervo, that the show does something with this. And with this thing with Tsurugi holding his heart every 5 seconds, I got a feeling that him and Cuervo are linked somehow. And if you kill one, you kill the other. And it may be some Q-time or miracle. There may not be. But the show need to do something major with this. You gotta do something dumpster with this. You gotta. You just have to. And all I can hope for is that they do. Yo, class is dismissed. Grab me to get it up out of here, man. Get those lab coats in your cubby holes. You know what I'm saying? Go enjoy lunch. Go enjoy lunch. Go enjoy recess. Stay away from the L experiments. Because the answer to all of your questions is it's Cuervo. Y'all gonna get up out of here, man. You know what it is. The one and the only Professor L, live in the LAB, live on Team GRF TV. And again, I'd like to thank you for joining me for another installment of Triple the Guy Speaks On. And with that being said, it's Cuervo. Psych! Super Saiyan Change!